Okay. So we know how to define homeomorphism. Definition of homeomorphism is, see, if x and y are two topological space, then any map F is said to be homeomorphism if it is bijective and function f as well as its inverse is continuous. Function f as well as its inverse, if they are continuous, then f is called a homeomorphism. And once this map is homeomorphism, x and y are called homeomorphic spaces, or x is homeomorphic to y. So this already we have seen. Another interpretation in terms of say open set, we already actually here I would like to focus on one of the statement that, see, you can say that a bijective map, look, take it as home assignment that when we say that f is open, f is open. So remember that f is an open map. Open map if it maps every open set here to an open set here. I mean, if f of u is open, f of u is open in y for every open set u belonging to x. Belonging to x means u for every u subset of x means u belonging to topology present on x. Okay. And suppose here the topology is script t and here topology is script t dash. So you can also write that f of u belongs to script t dash. So this one is the definition of open map. Remember. And remember that bijective plus open is equivalent to f inverse is continuous. I'm saying that bijective, if any a map, let me write here a bijective map f from x to y is open if and only if its inverse, f inverse is continuous. So if this, basically using this definition, the above definition of homeomorphism can also be expressed in terms of open set. Sorry, in terms of open. There is a difference of open set and open map, where I am talking about open map. So if we assume that our map is bijective, then showing f inverse is continuous or just show that f is an open map, both are same, both are equivalent. So using this, look here, to define a homeomorphism is to say that if it is bijective, I mean if it bijective correspondence from x to y such that f of u is open if and only if u is open. So f of u is open if u is open. Basically this one is the definition of an open map. So that is equivalent to f inverse is continuous. And its converse is, why its converse is holding? See, wherever f of u is open implies u is open. This is by definition of continuity, because we have assumed that f is continuous. So one can also say that a map is said to be homeomorphism if it is bijective, and f of u is open if and only if u is open. So from here you will get two different things. See, this bijectivity will give you one-to-one correspondence between set x and set y. Already we have seen in the chapter of countability. So this bijective will give you the one-to-one correspondence between x and y. But this f of u is open if and only if u is open. This will also give you one-to-one correspondence between the open sets of the with respect to the topology present on x with the open set on y. I mean the members of script t dash on y. So not only one-to-one correspondence will hold between the set x and y, but it will also hold between their open set, between the open set on x and I mean the topology present on x and topology present on y. So this definition is very important. So whenever mapping is bijective and we need to show that f inverse is continuous, just show that f is an open map. It will help you in actually bijective plus open is equivalent to f inverse is continuous. So now look at this example which I have discussed here. Yes, this example which we have discussed in earlier class. Look at this example. ठीक है ना। आप लोग इस एग्जांपल को देखिए पहले, ये ऑलरेडी मैं करा चुका हूँ. A bijective function is already given. They are assuming that function is bijective, can be continuous without being a homeomorphism. Okay, so a bijective function can be continuous without being a homeomorphism. So okay, I mean f inverse need not be continuous. So for the, I think this question already I have discussed. Let me recall it. One such function is the identity map G from RL to R, and we know that how G from RL to R. See, S1 is a, S1 denotes unit circle. Okay, so S1 as a subspace of R2. Here subspace means it is a subset of R2 equipped with the subspace topology. So how to write the members of subspace topology on S1? We have already seen in the chapter of subspace topology, relative topology, that we need to think of all open sets of R2, take its intersection with S1. That will be the by taking intersection of all open sets of R2 with S1. That will be the members of the topology, subspace topology present on S1. So similarly on this 0, 1 to S1, this one is again on closed interval 0 and open at 1. Basically this one we will assume that this one is a again it is equal with subspace topology from R, and S1 from R2. On R2 we have product topology, and on each R we have standard topology, and R on R2. Look, on R2 I can write this one as R cross R. Here we have standard topology, here we have standard topology, and overall on R cross R we have the product topology. Give the product topology. So also I told you that if you take here the closed interval 0, 1, if you take here the closed interval 0, 1 to S1, then this map is not 1, 1, not 1, 1, not 1, 1. Why? Because look, f at 0, I mean look at this map. F at 0 is 1, 0, put equal to 0 here. So cos 0 is 1 and sin 0 is 0, and f of 1 is also 1, 0. F of 1 is also 1, 0. So you can see that 0 and 1 both are mapping to 1, 0, and hence this map is not injective. This map is not injective. So we have to remove at least one of them to make it 1, 1. So this is the reason why the given map f from 0, 1 to S1 is a bijective map, and also it is onto y. I mean obviously bijective means 1, 1 and onto. So onto this one is onto, see this one is the parametric coordinate of circle, and we know that the periodicity of cos t is 2 pi. So periodicity of cos 2 pi t will be 1, 1. We know that if periodicity of fx is t, then periodicity of f of ax plus b will be t by magnitude of a. So using this, you can see that the periodicity of cos 2 pi and sin 2 pi, each of the slot function is 1. And this one basically, this is a parametric coordinate of unit circle. This is a, because cos square 2 pi t plus sin square 2 pi t is 1. So any point of the type cos 2 pi t sin 2 pi t for different t will be a point. See, any point on this circle is represented by cos 2 pi t comma sin 2 pi t. Sin 2 pi t. So whatever point we will choose, or I mean on S1, from S1, it will always have a pre-image in this interval using this map. So clearly this map is onto. And why this map is continuous? Look, all its slot functions are continuous. So if slot functions are continuous, and this is equipped with see subspace topology from the product topology on R2. So obviously if all the slot functions are continuous, then in product topology f will be also continuous. However, this is not true in general. I mean there are exceptions in box topologies when slot functions are continuous but function is not continuous. But remember, if function is continuous, then each of the slot function has to be continuous. So since here it is equipped with the product topology, so we will say that this is what written here, that by the simple familiar properties of the trigonometric functions, you can say that f of t is continuous. So what we have observed here, that this map is bijective, it's continuous, but we need to show that its inverse is not continuous. So how to show that its inverse is not continuous? Look. So this is also an example of that bijective and continuous map. If f is bijective and continuous, its inverse need not be continuous. So to show that f inverse is not continuous, actually here again we are using the same result. That f from x to y. Actually, I want to tell you that why we are interpreting it in terms of open map. Open map. Look here. Why? Because if f from x to y is a bijection, a bijective map, f from x to y is open. Open map is open map if and only if its inverse is continuous. If and only if f inverse is continuous. So we have to use this definition. I mean this result. See, bijective is already there. If it is an open map, then f inverse will be continuous. We need to prove that f inverse is not continuous. So we need to show that f is not an open map. So to discard, see, open map are those maps which maps every open set U here to an open every open set U here, for every open set U, f of U is open here, then f is said to be open. So to discard that it is not open map, you have to think of here at least one open set whose image is not open here. So that is what you can interpret. I mean, this f inverse is how related to open map. So this is the reason why here in this book, to show that f inverse is not continuous, the image under f here they have considered this map. Look, 0 to 1 by 4, closed at 0 and open at 1 by 4. This one is clearly an open map here. Why? Because on in 0 1, say in 0 1, in the subspace topology here, any set U is said to be open. Any set U is belonging to 0. Any set U subset of 0 1, or say the topology present on this one is open if it can be written as, if U can be written as 0 1 intersection some open set from R, intersection some let us reduce it to its basis member, because all other open sets are going to be generated by the basis member of the standard topology. So this AB belongs to standard topology on R. So can you think of some such open set? So clearly, such that what is U? U we need as 0 to 1 by 4. 0 to 1 by 4. Yes, so clearly you can think of A left to 0 and B restrict it to 1 by 4. So I can write here 0 to 1 by 4. Look here, I can write this 0 to 1 by 4 open as -0 to 1 intersection -1 to 1 by 4. So since I have written this 0 to 1 by 4 as y, say 0 1 intersection some open sets in R under standard topology, this is the reason why this one is open in 0 1. This one is a member of the subset of, obviously this one is subset of 0 1, and also this one is open in 0 1 with respect to subspace topology on 0 1. So this set is clearly open. Now we need to show that its image under this map is not open in S1. See, in S1 we already know which type of set is said to be open. So remember that f of U is open in S1, or in general any map will be open in S1 if we are able to write f of U as S1 intersection some open, at least one some open set in R1 in R2, because on S1 the topology is reduced from standard topology on R2, subspace topology. So S1 intersection, so we can, since every open set is generated by basis, so let us reduce our definition to basis. So f of U is said to be open, or if I can show that it can be S1 intersection some open disk in R2, okay, or some open sets in R2 in general. So can you think of, now look, what is its image first? F of 0 is 0. It's in also this map is 1 1 and on 2 1 1 increasing. I am automatically increasing or decreasing. So you can see that does this 0. F of 0, what is f of 0? F of 0 is basically 1 0. And what is f at 1 by 4? F at 1 by 4, just put t equal to 1 by 4 here. So cos pi t by 2, cos pi t by 2. So look at the graph here. This one is a graph of sine, and this one is a graph of cos. So you can see that this one is graph of cos. So cos 2 pi, f of 1 by 4 is basically cos pi, cos 2 pi by 4, comma sine 2 pi by 4. Okay, cos 2 by 4 means cos pi by 2. So you can see that cos pi by 2 is 0, and sine pi by 2 is 1. Sine pi by 2 is 1. So it's 0, 1. Basically, it's 0, 1. 0, 1 is the point here. I mean, 0, 1 is this point, and 1, 0 is this. And if you take any other t belonging to any other t here, real number, then you will find its image in between this. Okay, so you can think in such a way. So f of u, basically f of u is this whole region. F of u is this whole region. This point is not. Yes, this point is in. This point is not included because of why? Look at f of 0. Okay, f of 0. F of 0 is 1, 0, and f of 1 by 4. F of 1 by 4. Sorry. Here I have f of 0 is 1, 0. Very good. F of 0 is 1, 0, not 1. So f of 0 is 1, 0. This point is included because 0 is in the domain. 0 is in the domain here. So f of 0 is equal to 1, 0. This point is included. Whereas f of 1 by 4, f of 1 by 4 is 0, 1. This point is 0, 1. This point is 0, 1. If you assume it as x-axis and this one is y, this one is center. So clearly this point is 1, 0. This point is 0, 1. But since 1 by 4 is not in the domain, so in f of u, this point is not there. So I can make it cross. Now question is whether this f of u is open. So if f of u is open, so I must need to write it in this form: S1 intersection some open disk in R2. Now look at, see, if this is S1, and think of its intersection with some open sets, some open disk in R2. So in this intersection, you will get this portion. And these two boundary points are not included. These two boundary points will not be included. So whenever you take intersection with some open disk, if we are able to write it with intersection of some open disk, then this point will not be included, and this point will also not be included. So endpoint has to be excluded. But in f of u, we have this 1, 0. Or in other words, this 1, 0 is not an interior point. Why 1, 0 is not an interior point of f of u? See, if f of u is open, in other words, see, I can also express in this way that this one is not open. Look at my previous lectures on subspecial topology. There I have discussed this case. Here just I am giving the hint. I mean, how to show that this is not open. So this is one of the method that since I cannot write, so there is no such open set in R2 with whom the intersection with S1 is f of u. So this is the reason that f of u is not open. Another reason is that look at f of 0. See, f of 0 belongs to f of u. Okay, f of u is 0, 1 to 1 by 4. But this is not an interior point. Now to show that f of u is open, we need to show that around each point I have at least one basis member which contains this f of u and is continuing to f of u. So you can also think in this way that f of 0 is not an interior point. F of 0 is not an interior point. Not an interior point. How to show that? That is what written here. Look, f of 0. If you try to construct some open set V from R2 such that V intersection S1 is contained into f of u, so you cannot think of such V. Why? Because if around this point P, if you try to look at some open set here, from R2 containing this point 0, then it is not going to be contained its intersection with S1. Then we have this portion, and this portion will remain outside. I mean, this is not properly contained into f of u. So that is what given here. That is what. So you can think in this way. Either just you can directly see from the diagram that since this any open set, any proper open set will always be these endpoints will always be excluded. Okay. However, if your open sets in R2 is of this type, then obviously its intersection with whole S1 is S1. So S1 and phi are also open if it is not going to intersect. But we need to think of those open sets from R2 which contains this point P, that is f of 0. F of 0, I mean 1, 0. And since we are talking with respect to the subspace topology on S1, so let us take its intersection of such B with S1. Then this portion will remain outside. I mean, if any open set containing this 1, 0 will not be contained into f of u. So this is the reason why this for this u is open, but its f of u is not an open set, and thus this map f is not open. Otherwise, f inverse will be continuous. Otherwise, f inverse. So everywhere you will find that using this argument, a bijective map f from x to y is open. Map if and only if f inverse is continuous. So whenever bijective is given, either showing f inverse is continuous or showing f is an open map, both are same thing. But remember, see, whenever bijective map is given, I mean, obviously its inverse will exist. Now, question is whether f inverse is continuous or not. So whenever f is bijective, then open map showing f is an open map or f inverse is continuous, both are same thing. So we have seen an example of a map which is bijective, which is continuous, but its inverse is not continuous. So in general, I can say that these two spaces, I mean, this map is not homeomorphism. This map is not homeomorphism. Okay. ठीक. अब एग्जाम्पल 7 आप लोग पढ़े और मुझे बताएं इसमें क्या किया गया है. ठीक, एग्जाम्पल 7 देखें. Consider the function g from 0, 1 to R2 obtained from the function f of the preceding example by expanding the range. The map G is an example of a continuous injective map that is not an embedding. ये आप मुझे समझाएं क्या? Let me take okay, some students are still waiting. You know. Yes, example 7. Anyone? आप में से कोई एक्सप्लेन करेगा example 7? See, the claim is that this function, the same function g of t given by cos 2 pi t, sin 2 pi t, which we have seen from 0, 1 to S1, 0, 1 to S1 given by this one. If we explain its codomain, I mean, see, S1 is its range. Clearly, according to this map, S1 is its range. Now, if we expand its range, instead of S1, if I choose R2 here, let us extend its range. Obviously, R2 will contain S1. So, By expanding the range, we have constructed a new function g from 0, 1 to r2. Here f of t is equal to cos 2 pi t sin 2 pi t. In the earlier case, we have extended this function by expanding its range. Claim is that this map G, now this map G is an example of a continuous injective map, but not an embedding. ये मैप जो है कंटिन्यूअस और इंजेक्टिव मैप है, लेकिन एम्बेडिंग नहीं है. कोई आप में से कोई बताएगा क्यों ऐसा है? देखो ये सिर्फ एग्जांपल, आप स्किप नहीं कर सकते. ठीक है. Why this is not? अच्छा, embedding आप जानते हो क्या होता है? Embedding बताया था ना पिछले लेक्चर में. What we mean by embedding? देखो, चलो पहले रिकॉल करो आप लोग. Look at this. Because after see why this embedding, why I am emphasizing on this one, because in Eurytion's metrization theorem and in Eurytion's lemma, this embedding concept of embedding is used in case of metrizability. Okay, and it will be used at several places. But see what we mean by embedding. Just look at this theorem. I mean this result. Suppose that f is an injective and continuous map. Whenever f is an injective and continuous map, where x and y are topological spaces, and suppose z is its range set, considered as subspace of y. Okay, then the function f dash obtained by restricting the range of f is bijective. Okay, obviously it will be onto, because it obviously since we are actually restricting this map f to its range set, so every member of range set will always have a pre-image. And already it is injective on the whole space y, so it will be injective on its subspace. So this map is 1, 1 as well as onto. Okay, this is the map. Suppose this one is x, this one is y, and this one is your range set f of x. F of x. Since every element of domain is mapped to, I mean outside this f of x, any element may not have pre-image, but since this one is the range set, so this one is collection of all images of the elements of the domain. So obviously, and already this one is a 1, 1 map. So if we restrict this map, say f dash from x to z to its range set, then obviously it is going to be onto. So f dash will be 1, 1 as well as onto. This means f dash is bijective. Now, if suppose the inverse of f dash is, see, if f dash inverse, if this restricted map is a homeomorphism, means if f dash and f dash inverse both are continuous, then we will say that we have embedded. See, once once f dash from x to z is a homeomorphism, this implies that x can be identical. X will be homeomorphic to f of x, that is z. See, because we have, if suppose if f dash is a homeomorphism, then x will be homomorphic to f of x. X will be homomorphic to f of x. Okay. This means we can identify the domain with the range set f of x. That is, x is homomorphic to f of x. That is, or in general, we can say that we have embedded x into f of y. Why we have embedded x into y? Because we have identified x as fx and fx is contained into y. So that is called as topological embedding. So for topological embedding, we need to think of a homeomorphism between x and z. I mean the range set. So now come to this result. देखो, even Moncrief में भी जो एग्जांपल दे रखे हैं ना, ये these are very standard examples. हालांकि शॉर्ट में लिखा हुआ है, but you need to properly understand these examples. ये तो बिल्कुल एक लाइन में लिख दे. Now how you will verify that this is continuous injective map, that is not an embedding? ठीक है, आप में से कोई बताएगा ये क्यों कंटिन्यूअस इंजेक्टिव मैप है जो एम्बेडिंग में नहीं है? एनीवन? देखो ये तो हमने प्रूफ किया ना कि f of t क्या है, 1 1 onto, I mean this one is bijective. If you talk of this 0 1 to s1, then we have seen in earlier example that this one is a bijective map and continuous. ठीक है, so if you restrict it to its, I mean if you expand the range, see that is given next, that if you expand the range, restricting or expanding the range of a continuous function will remain continuous. Okay, if it contains, I mean the range set. So using this one can easily show that because f is continuous, all slot functions are continuous here. Since each of the slot function is continuous, so f is continuous because s1 is has some space topology from R2 and R2 has the product topology. So this slot function continuous implies the function is continuous. But remember that this result is only in product topology, not in arbitrary topology. We will later on, when I will come to box topology, I will explain that there are some certain counter examples such that if the slot functions are continuous, function need not be continuous. Now we are expanding its range. S1 in place of S1 we have taken R2. So restriction of the codomain containing the range set, or I mean if we restrict codomain such that it lies within the range set, or if we expand the codomain such that it contains the range set, then such type of restriction of a map is always continuous. This is the reason why G is also continuous. ठीक है ना, G is also continuous. प्रूफ में हम बाद में आएंगे, अभी सिर्फ मैंने स्टेटमेंट रीड कर दिया. So G of this function is also continuous, and obviously it is 1 1 because this function f is 1 1 from 0 1 to s1. So and we are restricting the we are expanding the range only. We are expanding, I mean we are expanding the range. So whatever point is mapped here, I mean whatever point are mapped here, so that 1 1 is again, if you expand its range again, the mapping is the same, so it is going to be 1 1 injective, but it will not be onto, because see this, according to this map, this I mean under this map, this is mapped to the range set s1. So every element of s1 will have its pre-image. Every element of s1 will have its pre-image. But if you take any element outside the s1 or inside the s1, it may not have pre-image. It may not clearly. It is not. It will not, because these are actually parametric coordinate of a circle, unit circle. So obviously every point will represent a point on s1. So if you take any point outside s1 or within s1, it will not have pre-image. And this is the, because in R2 there are apart from the points lying on s1, there are other points which are I mean inside s1 and which are outside s1. So those points will not have pre-image as per map. So this is the reason that this map G is not an onto, but it is an injective map. So it is continuous and injective map. But the claim is that this map is not embedding. This map is not, the map G is an example of continuous injective map, that is not an embedding. See, for embedding, I need to show that the map G is an example of a continuous injective map, that is not an embedding. For embedding, you need to show that G inverse is also continuous, because if we want to see, actually what here we want to show that G from 0 1 to, suppose this one is your R2, this one is your R2, R cross R, this whole plane is your R2, R cross R, and here we have 0 1, and we know that we are mapping it to S1. Actually under this map, 0 1 is mapped to S1, 0 1 is mapped to S1. So its range set under this map, its range set under this map is S1. But 0 1 and S1, this map from 0 1 to S1 is not a homeomorphism. It's not a homeomorphism. Why? Because its inverse is not continuous. We have seen above that its inverse is not continuous. If it happens to be homeomorphism, then one can identify this one with S1, and S1 is contained into R2. So we will say that we have topologically embedded this one into R2, but this is not true. Why? Because inverse, if you restrict this map to its range set, then that, because with the range set it is going to be 1 1 on 2, also continuous, but its inverse is not continuous. This is the reason why this is not a topological embedding. Actually, for this set, look at, as per example, whenever any map is given to you, see, look at this. See, whenever f from x to y is given to you, we need to take another map from x to its range set. And if it happens to be homeomorphism, then we will say that we have embedded the range set into y. I mean, we have identified x with z, and z is contained into y. So, in fact, we can say that x is contained, identified as a subset of y, not as a subset. X is identified as z, and z is contained to y. So, we will say that x is embedded into y. But if for that f dash from x to z has to be homeomorphism, which is not true here. Which is not true here. Why it's not true here? Because we have seen that if we restrict this map, G from 0 1 to S1, its range set, then we know that this map is bijective, continuous, but its inverse is not continuous as per this result. Its inverse is not continuous. So we don't have to, I mean, with respect to this map, it is not topological embedding. With respect to this map, it is not a topological embedding. However, this map is itself continuous and injective. So this is this one is a very good example to counter this statement. See, this is the reason why here it's written that if f dash happens to be homeomorphism, not every restricted map is going to be homeomorphism, but if f dash happens to be homeomorphism. So here, after restricting in the next example 7, we have seen that even after restricting, this map is not homeomorphism. So we will not say that under this f, it's not a topological embedding of x in y, of x in y. तो ये उसका एक काउंटर एग्जांपल है. ये ठीक है, उम्मीद आपको समझ में आ गया होगा. तो डाउट तो नहीं किसी को यहाँ पे? डाउट है तो आप लोग पूछ लें. आप लोग तो कुछ बोल ही नहीं रहे. क्या ज्यादा टफ लग रहा है? देखिए, शुरू के अगर आप लेक्चर रिवाइज नहीं करेंगे, जब मैंने आपको वहाँ सबस्पेस टोपोलॉजी वगैरह कराया था, तो इसके ओपन सेट इसमें कैसे लिखेंगे, इस तरह के इंटरवल में मैं आपको बता चुका हूँ. S1 में ओपन सेट कैसा होगा वो भी मैं आपको बता चुका हूँ. तो आप उन लेक्चर्स को जाके रिवाइज कर लो. अदरवाइज आपको एग्जांपल 6 7 नहीं आता. और किसी भी कंपटीशन देखोगे इसमें थोड़ा सा वेरिएशन करके हर बार सवाल पूछते हैं. So we cannot ignore all these questions. वो तो मुंगटेस में हमेशा हर चीजों को शॉर्ट में लिख देते हैं, but you need to verify each and every step. So this example 6 and 7 are very important. 6 और 7 को आप अच्छे से समझ लो. And this already I have explained. One such a bijective function can be continuous without being a homeomorphism. Another example is this identity map G from RL to R. Okay, this one is a continuous map. G from RL to R is continuous, bijective. Identity maps are always bijective. Continuous, but its inverse is not continuous. That already I have discussed how to show that its inverse is not continuous. ठीक है ना. तो कोई टफ चीज नहीं है. आप इन चीजों पे जरा गौर करें. देखिए यहाँ पे ये एग्जांपल 3 में आपको अगर आप याद करो तो यहाँ पे मैं ऑलरेडी आपको ये समझा चुका हूँ. Let R denote the set of real numbers in its usual topology, and RL denote the same set in the lower limit topology. तो इसके आपको बेसिस मालूम है क्या होते हैं? Basis of here will be of this type. Lower limit topology closed at C and open at D, where CD belongs to R. And mapping is f of x equal to x, and with on a standard topology the basis member will be collection of all intervals of the type open into AB, where AB belongs to R. ठीक है. So you already know that this function is not continuous. Why? Because we know that f is not continuous. If f is continuous, then every open set here has will have always open. Its inverse image will be always open here. Or since every open set is generated by basis, so we can also reduce our definition to restrict our definition to basis or sub basis. So let us restrict our definition to basis. So we know that f of CD, see every basis member in a lower limit topology will be of this type, and if you take its inverse image, set theoretic inverse image of this set C, D, then obviously under identity function it will be C to D. Can you generate this? Can you write this as union of some open intervals AB of this type? Can you write? This is not possible. So this is the reason why this type of open sets cannot be generated using the basis member here. है ना, आपको इसे पीछे के लेक्चर में मैं करा चुका हूँ. Why it is not, why we cannot write such in such. But if you reverse it, I mean on the domain, let us equip R with lower limit topology and codomain R with the standard topology, then this is okay. Why? Because look, here consider the basis members AB and look at its inverse image here. So under the identity map, it will be again f inverse of the set AP will be equal to AB, and that can be written as union of, look, A plus 1 by n comma B. Using the elements of lower limit topology, I have generated this, and basis members are always open, so their arbitrary union is going to be open. ठीक है ना? तो ये सब आपको करा चुका हूँ. ये पीछे के लेक्चर मैंने इसको डिटेल में करा दिया, वहां से रिवाइज कर लेंगे आप लोग. ये तो बस. तो ओवरऑल क्या मिला कि इवन bijective plus continuous is not guaranteed that F inverse will be continuous, है ना? And second important result is that F is an open map. See, open map with your definition. So similarly, closed map, if you map every closed set here, so for every closed set U as a subset of X, if F of U is closed as a subset of Y, then F is said to be a closed map. For every open set, if it happens that F of U is open in Y, then F is said to be similarly open map. ठीक है ना? अब आप देखो कि यहाँ से आपको दो चीजें मिली. यहाँ इंपॉर्टेंट चीजें क्या है कि X और Y के बीच में बाइजेक्शन होने की वजह से कार्डिनलिटी, I mean 1-to-1 correspondence होगा दोनों के बीच में. And using this result, there will be also a 1-to-1 correspondence between the open set of X and Y. And remember this result that a bijective map F from X to Y is open if and only if F inverse is continuous. So whenever bijective map is given, so either showing F inverse is continuous or show that F is an open map, both are same. So that's what I have used earlier. Now it's the time to come move on for topological property of X. That any property which gets preserved under homeomorphism is called a topological properties, and we will see that topological properties like compactness, connectedness, Hausdorffness, actually all those properties which are defined in terms of open set. So later on in next lecture I will start from some topological spaces, and we will see that how under homeomorphism topological properties are preserved. So that is, but before that I am giving you the assignment here that do this work. Theorem 18.2, and then I will discuss rules for constructing continuous function. ठीक है? Rules for constructing continuous function. Set theory का already आपको basic करा चुका. मुझे नहीं लगता इसमें आपको बहुत दिक्कत आने वाली है. और अगर प्रॉब्लम आ रही है इसका मतलब आपने सेट थ्योरी के बेसिक रिजल्ट रिवाइज नहीं किए. And then we will, in short, I will explain you the pasting lemma with the help of these examples. ठीक है? Now, actually, that result which I have used is given here. That if F from A to X cross Y be given be the equation F of A equal to F1 of A and F2 A, and F1 is a map from A to X and F2 is a map from A to Y. So if both F1 and F2 are continuous, remember if both F1 and F2 are continuous, then F has to be continuous. But remember here X cross Y is equal to the product topology. So I will come to this topic in detail, and these are also called coordinate functions or slot functions. So if F is continuous, then we will see that slot functions are always continuous, whatever be the topology here. But if slot functions are continuous, then we will see that in product topology it's okay, but in other topology like box topologies, F need not be continuous, provided even if F1 and F2 are continuous. So later on we will generalize this to its arbitrary product, and we will do all the results. ठीक है ना? तो वो रिजल्ट हम अभी आगे देखेंगे. अभी मैंने वहाँ यूज कर लिया है, but we will do it one by one in detail. For that I need to come to product topology again. Product topology के basis और ये सब कैसे generate करना, ठीक है ना? ये इसको revise करना ये. So you will find. Then this one is very important. Comparison of the box and product topologies. Here in this box topology you will find several exceptions. that I will explain the basic difference between box and product topology in terms of their basics, जो basic difference है. लेकिन इस अब देखो ये यहाँ पे जनरलाइज कर दिया गया that if f from A to product spaces is a map given by f of equal to f alpha where alpha belongs to index set and each f alpha is continuous. I mean, if its slot functions is continuous, then f has to be continuous where product of x alpha have the product topology. That and the function f is continuous if and only if each function f alpha is continuous. So ये दोनों sided true होता है. But if we change the topology here, instead of box topology, if we take product topology, if we take some other topology, then converse need not be true. So that exception we will do. This one is a very good example. Example 2. Consider RW with see f from R to RW. Then you can see that each slot function is continuous. Even f of t is not continuous. ठीक है ना? तो ये क्यों ऐसा हो रहा है इसको जब मैं यहाँ आऊँगा तो डिटेल में बताऊँगा. लेकिन इसकी एक्चुअली ये प्रूफ तो बहुत आसान है, लेकिन इससे पहले आपको बॉक्स टोपोलॉजीज एंड प्रोडक्ट टोपोलॉजीज के बेसिस मेंबर्स को समझना होगा. Once you understand this, then this proof is very easy. ठीक है ना? So in general f need not be continuous. ठीक है. तो देखो each of the fn is continuous but f is not continuous. तो ये जस्ट मैंने कभी आइडिया दिया कि आपको क्या क्या चीजें पढ़ना है. तो देखिए पीछे चीजें जो बता रहा हूँ वो रिवाइज करते जाए आपको. किसी कोई डाउट है? यस एनीवन? सब कुछ समझ में आ रहा है आप लोगों को? कोई किसी का डाउट नहीं? अब आप लोग डाउट नहीं पूछोगे तो मैं ट्रिवियल समझ की चीजें समझाता चला जाऊंगा. ठीक है, आप पढ़ ले. नेक्स्ट क्लास में मुझसे डाउट पूछेंगे जो भी होगा, जो अब तक पढ़ाया है इधर होम्योमॉर्फिज्म में. ओके, so let us close this lecture.